first of all, this is the grading checklist. For Mr. Bowles' class, your grading checklist is very similar. It's pretty much the same thing. It just the way we distribute the points are slightly different. So, I do have an example, and I thank David for letting me use his work as an example. So, first of all, whenever you get on this grading checklist, you should find it copied with your name and then a minus with the Crawford grading checklist. So every week, this is how you're going to look for your grade. For instance, with my class, if you attend the ratios and proportions PowerPoint, you get an automatic 100. So if you attend the ratios and proportions PowerPoint, you get an automatic 100. If you do very well on the Woot math and get every question right, you get another 100. But what you must do with this is you got to make sure that you find the average of those two grades. See, find the average of the PowerPoint and the Woot math grade. So let's say David got a 100. That's going to equal 200. And then you're going to have 200 divided by 2, which is going to be the same as 100. Oops. So what you're going to do is change that from a percent to a decimal. This is your percentage, 100, and then you're going to change that to a decimal, which is the same as 1. So this means you're going to have 40 times 1 points, which is a total of 40 points. Oops. All right, that's how many points you're going to have. So you can erase all that and write 40 points. But let's say David made a couple of mistakes on the Woot math because he did not have his units. So his average is going to be different. So you're going to have 180 divided by 2, and that's going to be a 90%, which is equal to 0.9. So you got 40 times 0.9 is equal to 36. So let's leave his grade like that just for the sake of this. Let's say he did very well on the quizzes. Let's say out of 20 questions, he got a good 16 correct. So his score will be 50 times 0.8, which is equal to 40. And just in case if you don't believe me, you can always use your calculator. I like to use decimals, or you can use your cell phone, it doesn't matter. Times 0.8. That's 40. The same 40 I got right here. So he has a total of 40 points. He got 36 points. So what I'm trying to show you guys is, or what I want to tell you guys is, you don't have to show all this work. As long as you put the amount of points that you have consistently and whatnot. And if you have any discrepancies from what you put and what I put in gradebook, you can let me know. But it's always good to try this. And now, let's say he did the train box. He did 20 minutes with 2 lessons per day. And by time the 16 came along, he did 6 lessons with 60 minutes total. He automatically gets a 100. So that's going to be 10 times 100%, which is the same as 1. All right, 10 times 1, which is equal to 10 points. Remember, 100% is 1. 100% is 1. So what I'm going to do is add up all of his points so he can know his grade. So his point total is going to go right here. It's going to be 36 plus 40 plus 10. Oops. Yes, 36 plus 40 plus 10. And when he adds that together, he's going to get a nice 86 points. And we can verify with the calculator. 36 plus 40 plus 10. 86. So what I put right here, Crawford total grade received, you can erase that and put your grade, 86. So you get 86 out of 100, which is equal to 0.86, which is an 86%. Or you could have just taken that 86 from here and just put it at the end. But going through the math, that will be helpful. And that's how you're going to know your grade all week. And you can put how you feel about your grade. I want to do better, and this is what I think I should do. Honestly, I don't really care too much like that about that, but if you put a reflection, I will be grateful. So you will do this to see your grade in my class every week. And this will be a good tool for you because if you don't agree with your grade on School Max, you can come to me about it and I will either fix it or help you. And as you can see, you can change the colors if you like. If you don't like the whole red or whatever, you can change the colors. This is your document. But please, I do advise you, do not change the essence of this form. Because if you change the wording, then it's going to be a problem. And I do have a master copy of this, so you might not want to change the wording. But if you want to change the colors, that's fine. And speaking of colors, if you scroll down, all the way down to the green, I'm going to do something that I haven't really done is I'm going to offer a lot more extra credit and Mr. Bowles will do the same thing with his class. So for the rolling extra credit, you have opportunities. You can get on two different apps called the Freckle and the Extra Math. And I do have this on School Max on how you can get extra credit points per day. So if you do 20 minutes a day, you get 4 extra credit points for every day you do 20 minutes for Freckle and for Extra Math. So they will add up. And then, too, if you attend the career day for my class, if you're from my class, you get 100 extra credit points. And if you do the rolling, if you do this form and you complete it correctly every week, you get a good 40 extra credit points. Okay, that's if you complete it. If you have it completed, all right. So best of luck. You know how to do it, and if you got any questions throughout the process when we have the sessions, you can email me. I'll be happy to hear from you. Best of luck. Okay. So remember, for every block, you are going to take your grade, change it to a decimal, and multiply by the amount of points that he allow to find how many points you actually got. But remember, if you can get a 100 on everything, you get all the points. And it works the same for both my class and Mr. Bowles' class. I will admit, mine is a little bit more complicated because my students have to find the average of their PowerPoint grade and their Woot Math grade. The PowerPoint grade is meant to be a grade booster. All you have to do is show up. And that's the same for my class and Mr. Bowles' class. Again, best of luck and we are more than happy to help you.